Hello everybody, I am Danielle Masterson with Nutraingredients, and today I'll be speaking with Rahul Adakmol of BSV. And we're going to be talking about one really important question. When does Nutra become mainstream healthcare? For years, Nutraceuticals have lived between wellness, prevention, lifestyle, and healthcare. But today, the boundaries are shifting. Obesity, diabetes, women's health, immunity, healthy aging, and metabolic health are no longer niche conversations. They are mainstream healthcare priorities. So today I'm joined by a leader who understands healthcare from a very different but very important and relevant lens, biopharma. So let's start with this core question here. BSV works across serious healthcare and biopharma. What would Nutraceuticals need to demonstrate before healthcare systems and medical professionals to take them more seriously?
And first of all, thanks for inviting me here. It's a pleasure.
Thank you for joining me.
So look, from a healthcare professional standpoint, when it comes to nutraceutical, the world of pharmaceutical or healthcare professionals mainly driven around the evidence-based medications, right? And when they look at nutraceuticals, they look at it partially also from this lens. Today, where there are a lot of nutraceuticals which talk about different claims, and sometimes they make tall claims as well.
Yes.
Many of them do not have that proportionate evidence available. So from a healthcare practitioner standpoint, the most important aspect is about clinical evidence. Anything which is backed with scientifically done clinical studies, patient outcomes are clearly visibly seen. That is the one important piece is important. Second one is also about the quality of your nutraceuticals. Medicines typically are developed through very robust quality checks, right? And that enables the medicines to deliver consistently, batch after batch, strip after strip, tablet after tablet, consistent quality. Having that also is an important piece for health outcomes. So from nutraceuticals also, one of the important perspective or expectation is about the quality. And the third one is the most important is what type of patient outcomes it is delivering, right? So a lot of nutraceuticals will talk about ingredient claims, but they will not clearly articulate what is the patient outcome which is expected out of that. And that's where I would say, these are kind of three pillars. One is basically what is the evidence, what is the quality and consistent quality, and the third one is what is the patient outcome. These are the three aspects which typically healthcare professionals will kind of expect from a good or responsible nutrition.
Mm-hmm. When thinking about these consumers and patients, how do you deliver that, the science and some of those messages in a way that they can understand it?
First thing is, I think either what type of unmet need you're trying to solve. I think that's a fundamental question,
Mm-hmm.
right? Today you will see either nutritional deficiency is one aspect. Second aspect is because I am living a healthy lifestyle. To support my healthy lifestyle, I need to have certain nutrients. So either from a deficiency point of view or other from enhancing my longevity, enhancing my health benefits. From these two point of view, we would see how the claims are coming up, and hence when you are communicating these claims, I think, or communicating these benefits, many times, as I said previously, you go overboard about what these nutraceuticals are, and hence I think it's more important to claim less and deliver more,
Mm-hmm.
or under promise and deliver more. I think that's an important thing from a patient standpoint, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to set those expectations too high.
Yeah.
You mentioned need states and certain populations, and one comes to mind. It's 50% of the population, women. That's something that BSV focuses on. Can you talk to me about some of the nutritional deficiencies at the various ages and stages that maybe not everybody knows about?
Yeah, so women health is a core focus for a company like BSV, and we deal with different diseases at different stages of life. And one of the common factor we have often seen is a lot of these nutraceutical or nutrition related deficiencies are really accidentally found, especially just very simplistic level, say hemoglobin, right? Many times when there is some illness, a woman will go to the hospital, they will do some basic blood checks, and you will see that the hemoglobin is low, and that's the time they realize that there is iron deficiency, right? And we have seen that across age groups. During pregnancy is another area where you are not only solving for your nutritional demand but also the baby's nutritional demand, and that's where again at that stage we realize that there are needs of different nutritions. And maybe the last stage, which is a very long but important stage from management standpoint, is postmenopausal phase, where body is undergoing a lot of hormonal changes, and that triggers a very altered metabolism of many minerals and micronutrients. And classically you would see, especially it has big impact on your bone health, for example, right? A big issue of osteoporosis worldwide at that stage. And then the calcium, iron, vitamin D, vitamin B, all of these at very different stages, you would see constantly one or the other is playing important role, and one or the other will end up into a deficiency mode and resulting into some of the diseases. And I would say osteoporosis type of things are probably one of the most concerning things, because today you would see more number of hospital beds are occupied by osteoporotic fractures than maybe diabetes and cardio related events put together. It's a kind of a silent killer, right? And fundamentally, because you have to manage your nutrition at that stage around perimenopause or menopause or postmenopause, if you manage your nutritional levels pretty well, you can actually very well take care of some of these complications which later will arise. So especially from a women's health point of view, at every stage, I think it's super critical to monitor your nutrition.
Every stage, and as we all know, women have historically been under-researched, and you pointed out women with osteoporosis. Just thinking about all the different ages and stages, is there one particular stage that you're most concerned about? Or are they all, I mean, obviously they're all important, but is there one that you think about a little bit more than the others?
I just mentioned the post-menopause phase is very, very important, because that's where the hormonal changes are pretty high, and they rapidly result into a lot of health-related aspects. Because of your, I would say, mindset, because of your lifestyle, because of your approach toward managing your own health, you don't realize at that point in time, right? And your window is typically not very long, and that's why if you miss the window, then you will have a lot of health complications later on. So according to me, if I were to choose any one of these, I would say that. Other piece I would say is even adolescence phase, where you are in the growth phase, right? And it has a lot of implications on your development, overall development. I think that is the phase, again, mineral deficiency has a very substantial impact, because your body is under the stage where it is building your tissue, it is building your bone, it is building your organs, and all of that. Imagine at that stage, if anything is not built optimally, it cannot be reversed, right? Whatever is done well is done well, whatever is not done well is not done well. You cannot go back and reverse it. So I think that phase is also important. To summarize, one phase where your body is getting built, that's the phase, and other phase where your body is actually slowly getting deteriorated. I think these two stages is where, to me, I think super critical to be watchful about what you eat, how are you managing your nutrient balance, are you optimally taking care of all other factors which are healthcare or lifestyle related factors along with nutrition. All of these things do matter a lot.
Yeah, I think teen girls is such an important age, but I think there's probably a lot of parents out there who don't know how to get their teens to be more compliant and take the nutrients that they get to them. You can buy them, but you can't force them to take these vitamins. So any advice on how to get these young ladies to take their vitamins every day?
That's a good question. I have also a daughter which is actually in that similar stage, but I think look, the nutraceuticals these days, a lot of these supplements are a lot more in a medicinal format. I think one innovation can be made is how you alter the formats of the nutraceuticals, and that's really the, I would say, customer centricity part of it. Typically, either we look at very Nutra ingredient look or very pharma look, which is like capsules and tablets. I think there is a lot of scope of bringing formats which are likable at different stage.
Yeah.
Right. For kids, we are still talking about gummies and all of that, which can deliver immunity enhancers. But same like in this stage, I think the formats, if they change, maybe some kind of drinks, maybe some kind of ready-to-use things which you can carry to your school, college, which you can consume very easily. Doesn't look like a medicine, so you don't think like I'm taking a medicine.
Yeah.
All of those. I think there is a lot of scope for innovation in that space.
There's so much innovation. I was at a show a couple months ago and someone showed me it looked like a fruit roll-up.
Yeah.
And you drop it in the water and you shake it and it dissolves.
Yeah.
I think kids would like that.
Of course. Even straws, for example. You see a lot of drinks, juices. So straws coated with micronutrients, right? So there are a lot of possibilities in a way.
So many possibilities.
Yes.
Just thinking, more broadly, if the industry could invest in just one thing, whether it's clinical evidence, manufacturing quality, or physician education, which do you think would matter most in creating the biggest leap in healthcare acceptance?
I don't think it is either or in these, because they are all core to the improving the access, acceptability, credibility, and trust about nutraceuticals. Each one of them have their important role. So to me, all of them are important. And just imagine a product or nutraceutical with great clinical evidence, but poor quality. Can you accept?
Right.
You won't. On the other side, a great product with superb quality, but no evidence. Will you accept? No. Same way, great evidence, great product, but it is not meeting the customer needs. Will you accept? Answer is no. So you cannot imagine a world without any of these, and that's why I think it's not a right question to ask which is the best one, but I would say all of them are important, and you cannot drop any of them.
All of the above.
All of the above.
So what is the one thing the nutraceutical industry should stop doing if it wants to be taken seriously by mainstream healthcare?
I think first thing, nutraceutical industry should stop making big claims. Because I think the claims arise from ingredients, and a lot of in nutraceuticals you will see ingredients more than 5, 10, and every ingredient will have some health benefit, and you would often see nutraceuticals or nutraceutical products claiming all of that benefits. When you take that tablet which claims that you will have very high level of immunity so that you will not have any kind of infections, plus this has more micronutrients which will address your bone health, it will address your skin health, it will address, so you're talking about a miracle drug or a miracle medicine. It doesn't exist, right, in a real world. And when somebody reads those claims, and with those optimism, when you consume those nutraceuticals, you don't see the outcomes that way. And that's where what is your expectation from nutraceutical or those nutrients. When you don't get that, there builds a trust deficit, right?
Yeah. I
had taken it, I took it for months, but nothing happened. So nutraceuticals don't work. I think that's where if nutraceuticals needs to be established well and have higher degree of acceptability and usage, I think they should go with the claims, evidences which are supported with outcomes, right? I think that's the most important thing I would say. Don't overclaim, claim only things which you can deliver.
Yeah, it goes back to what we were talking about a few moments ago.
Exactly.
Not over-promising,
Exactly.
managing expectations. Is the nutraceutical industry being held back more by a lack of regulation, or do you think by a lack of enforcement of existing standards?
Again, I don't think either, because I think there are regulations which are enabling regulations, and also there is a sufficient degree of enforcement of that. I think what nutraceuticals need to really figure out what is their value proposition, right? Often you would see there is a dilemma about whether a nutraceutical is going to cure a disease or it is enable curing the disease, right? Or it is preventing a disease, right? So what is the position of a nutraceutical, right? And we've often seen very confusing positions that way, right? So to me, I think what will really kind of open a big opportunity is that clarity. You see, today there is a billions of dollars of going in the research of basic medicines, right, which are substantiated with outcomes through big clinical trials, and many of these medicines have really added substantial life expectancy, right? So they work, right? Nutraceuticals cannot take that space without that level of evidence generation, right? Then what is the space for nutraceuticals? The space for nutraceutical in my mind is largely enabling the outcomes of the medicines and also prevention of some of these diseases for which you take otherwise medicines. If a work is done on these two aspects, I would say that will unlock much bigger opportunity than any issues related to either regulations or enforcement of regulations. I think to me is very clear view on what is the value a nutraceutical will offer and what health benefit they will offer. I think they have to focus more on their side, that side.
By 2030, do you think Nutra will be closer to pharma, FMCG, preventative healthcare, or digital health?
Pharma, FMCG, preventive health, and digital health. I think among four of these, my sense is it will be more towards preventive health. And it will draw elements from other three. For example, today there is a lot of talk about obesity, right?
Yes.
So will nutraceuticals reduce the weight or manage obesity? May or may not. But there are mainstream medicines which are already been talked about a lot about obesity treatment. Can a nutraceutical augment your weight reduction therapy through the medicinal products, right? So for example, we are talking about lean body mass, or then how do you manage that with your protein supplementation, right? So the aspects of pharma which are related to the disease management, and then what role nutraceutical can take. I think those aspects nutraceutical can take, draw from it. Or lot of metabolic diseases are better managed by preventing. So before you get to that stage, what type of nutraceutical you take. So understanding that disease paradigm better, that's what nutraceutical can draw better. From FMCG standpoint, I think FMCG has a very, I would say, great depth and expertise in understanding consumer behaviors, right? It revolves around consumer choices, and hence understanding deeply what would be the consumer behavior and what consumer choices will be in 2030 or beyond. I think that aspect can preventive health and can be used in preventive health will be drawn. And today's world is digital world, right? I mean, you would see because of very high focus on your, wellness, you would see health bands, you would see a lot of trackers, you would see usage of a lot of digital media helping you optimizing your regimes. And that would essentially mean that you have to look better, you have to be fit, you have to live longer, you have to live disease-free, all of that. So all of these elements, in my view, will converge on one aspect. How do you live better life? How do you prevent diseases? And for that, I think preventive healthcare is one which I believe that nutraceutical should resonate more, should move more towards preventive health, taking elements from all these other three. That's my take. Let's see how it will go.
Digital health is huge.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that eventually we can get to a point where, I don't know, my Oura ring can tell me you're low in iron or something along those lines.
And that's not very far with the kind of changes which are happening, or technology which is getting, kind of moving so rapidly because of AI. I don't think we are talking about now about decades. My sense is things are happening at such a rapid pace. You will see that happening in years now.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, Rahul, what is next for you in BSV? What are you guys working on? Is there anything you're excited about that you want to share?
Oh, certainly. I think, look, we are, along with women health, we are pretty strong in infertility treatment and IVF, and you would see in most of the countries in the world, fertility rates are below replenishment or the replacement rates, and that's why you would see there is a population decline happening in many countries, and that's why there is a greater need of interventions for fertility. And when we look at that, of course there is an element of interventions through medicines which are essentially hormonal medicines which are targeted to women, but for targeting to men, it's not through hormonal treatment, right? There is, I would say, when it comes to infertility and infertility treatment, the causative factors are 50-50, right? 50% causative factors are related to women and 50% are with men. So while for remaining 50% or the main 50%, you have all of those medicines and hormonal products. But for the remaining 50%, which is targeted to men, there are no such hormones. And that's where role of nutraceuticals is important. Because as much the quality of egg is important, you need to have as a good quality of sperm as well. Right?
Yes.
So the interventions for sperm vitality and motility and all of that have impact on the outcome of IVF interventions. And we have seen that time and again, and hence there is an equal importance or aspect which is targeted to male infertility. And that's where we are doing a lot of work. We are working with a lot of partners, working on evidence-based nutraceuticals. Just a few years back, we tied up with one of the European big nutraceutical player. They have developed evidence-based nutraceutical for male infertility, and the acceptability of that is quite good because now it is backed with scientific evidence. So it's a pretty exciting area. When it comes to IVF, we are actually, nutraceutical is one area where we are very excited about using it in improving the health outcomes.
I can tell you're excited about it, and thank you for bringing men into the conversation surrounding fertility and infertility, because I think that was a burden that only women felt for so many years. And now we can sort of share it and understand that it's not just a woman's problem. Sometimes, obviously it takes two. So thank you for bringing that up. And thank you so much for such a wonderful conversation, Rahul. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, Dan, same here. I think it's wonderful talking to you. I really enjoyed the conversation.
Same.
Thank you.